up to all kinds of stuff. Uh-oh, things are about to go a little bit rogue. So far, the Brocarde against the World vlog is going really, really well. It's not at all awkward sitting in a restaurant with a camera on your face. I mean, completely normal. I completely get into this zone every day. You can make quite a lot of money in filming yourself eating, so if anyone wants to make a donation and watch me eating cauliflower soup, then feel free to just send money my way. I mean, this is an eating vlog now. Yum. And the quotes from Peter Pan are next level. Tinkerbell. Tinkerbell's an icon. I mean, I remember when I rode this ride on Halloween and it broke down, and the ride tells you that it's down to ghouls and spirits and spooky stuff in the mechanism, which of course is part of the theatrics, but it does beg the question, is Phantom Manor haunted? When I came here on Halloween, there was a haunted graveyard that you could walk around. Now, ferme les bouches. I mean, I know that means shut your mouth, which is probably something that I should do. Follow me. That sounds so beggy. Just whatever, don't do whatever you want to do. So she delivered the spooks, finally, in the final hour, just as the park is about to close. Good morning, it's Brocarde here, which is probably kind of obvious because you're on my website or you're on my YouTube. But anyway, I feel like the more I can say my own name, the bigger my own head gets. I'm just joking. Anyway, I'm here at the New York Hotel at Disneyland Paris, and of course, it's superhero themed. This is the wall art. I'm just hanging around with Mr. Spider-Man here, and yeah, I'm back in Disneyland Paris, and you know what? It's my happy place. I mean, I have tons of happy places, but you know when you want a little bit of escapism, pure fun, to enter the world, the happy world of Disney, or the seemingly happy world of Disney. Although apparently it is one of the statistically most miserable places in the world to work, according to reports, but I don't work here, so I can't confirm that. I have no inside knowledge of what it's like to be inside the mouse costume, although I can imagine that that is not the most pleasurable job in the world. I mean, you are literally head to toe covered up in a costume, and that might be fine in the darkest depths of December when it's freezing cold, but imagine that hot sunny day, 80 degrees outside, you've got to stand there, be part of a parade, and look very happy. And of course, your movements have to be very over accentuated, a bit like my own. But you have to go all out because people do expect to see the energy level of Disney characters constantly performing and constantly doing things, constantly spreading joy. And of course, you can't see their facial expressions. I mean, you can if you're a Disneyland princess, which I think is actually harder than hiding behind the mask. But if you're a Disney character, you really have to go all out and you really have to move your body to convey the joy. Or if you're Tigger, you literally have to bounce around the place, which is kind of funny. Anyway, I digress, as I always do. So I'm here again, I'm in Disneyland Paris. I have a few days here, which is quite rare. Normally I'm on some crazy whistle-stop tour, which means I can't relax. However, I'm slowly making my way to Disney again today. I had this brilliant idea that I was going to go for the extra magic hour, and I set my alarm and I was like, what am I actually doing? Because although the magic hour is great if you're staying in one of the Disneyland hotels, everyone else also has the magic hour. So you expect this kind of beautiful scenario where you are solely skipping towards the castle, but you and 100 other people are actually going towards the castle, trying to get that magical empty shot of the Disneyland castle. But there is always tomorrow, and I might try and wake up early and try and get a picture of me in a semi-empty Disneyland. Wish me luck with that, but we'll see how that goes. Anyway, for today, I actually want to go on some rides and I want to enjoy Disney as a complete tourist and a complete geek. I want that kind of moment where I switch off, go on all the rides and just have a fun day. So I don't even know if I'm going to bring my camera with me. So we will see. If I don't, this is going to be quite a boring video because it's just me in a room. But anyway, I digress. So there we go, a Disney video again, and we still haven't unearthed whether Disneyland Paris is haunted, but as with most places, I'm sure it has its haunted moments. Yo, this is the Brocam. Some crazy person thought it would be an amazing idea to give me a camera and let me film myself up to all kinds of stuff. Uh-oh, things are about to go a little bit rogue. So, we've gone from the land of Madame Pommery to the land of Disney in Paris. And I have just checked in to the New York hotel. And it's a glorious, glorious day. I am about to go to the royal buffet, the buffet. We've been here before. We've done this before. This is really weird. Okay, I hate filming myself for obvious reasons, because when you're filming yourself, you can see yourself. But yeah, everyone's retired and it's just down to me. So let's see how this goes. I'm feeling really, really brave now I'm inside a hotel room with no one watching me. But let's see how we fare when we take this bad boy out into Disneyland Paris. And she's out into the land of the living, although this is just a hotel corridor. And as you can see, the ears are adorned. Can't come to Disney and not wear ears, can you? So I'm slowly walking down the corridor. I'm very jingly jangly, and this is I don't even know what that is. Marvel fans tell me I'm in a world that I do not completely understand. I am not a superhero fan. And I find it quite funny because this hotel really doesn't resemble New York that much. But anyway, no shade. Aside from that, I am making my way down the corridor from my room into the world of Disney. And as I said earlier, I have been entrusted to film my own experience, which could be pretty hit or miss, really. It could actually be quite cringy. You could see parts of Brocarde that even Brocarde doesn't want to reveal. And weirdly, I seem to be talking about myself in third person all of a sudden, which again is a little bit cringe. So the chances are that I'm going to watch all this back and decide to publish none of it. But hey, we try, we live, we learn. We live to fight another day. People, oh my goodness. So, in the edition of Brocarde records herself at Disneyland Paris, I have recorded this clip multiple times because I forgot to press record. And what I was saying the first two previous times was absolutely genius, but you'll never get to hear it because sadly I was recording a bush. So anyway, I think the gist of what I was trying to say is that it is golden hour here at Disneyland Paris, and as you can see behind me, the Disneyland Hotel. All of the lights are just coming on. It's starting to feel really magical. It's also the time where millions of people are rushing out of the park to go for dinner in various different places. So it's mayhem hour, but I'm here. I'm still here. I'm still making a tish of myself in public. Why waste the habit of a lifetime? So I'm about to go inside the glorious Disneyland Hotel, which, as you can see, is behind me, and I'm about to go to the Royal Buffet, bouffoir, any variations on the word buffet that you can think of. I'm here for it. I'm gonna see if we can get some Mickey Mouse content, get Mickey Mouse on the vlog. Pretty sure he's not gonna have much to say for himself, but we try our hardest. Anyway, I feel like I'm exhausting myself watching myself, and yeah, the night is still young, so off I go to the Disneyland Hotel. Arrivederci, au revoir. Yeah, I seem to want to be German, but au revoir, we are in France after all. So, to the hotel I go. Bye! So far, the Brocarde against the World vlog is going really well. It's not at all awkward sitting in a restaurant with a camera on your face. I mean, completely normal. I completely get into this zone every day. So, as you can probably tell, I made it to the Royal... I'm definitely going to call this a buffet all the time, so I made it to the Royal Buffet. And yeah, this is a work in progress, so if I pull this off, I need no one. I'm just me and my camera against the world, basically. Yeah, pretty much that's how it's going today. So, I'm going to retitle this vlog Cauliflower Soup Diaries. This is soup from the buffet. I mean, you can make quite a lot of money in filming yourself eating, so if anyone wants to make a donation and watch me eating cauliflower soup, then feel free to just send money my way. I mean, this is an eating vlog now. Yum. A little bit of an update on the experience. I'm actually losing the plot slightly. Maybe that's what happens when you come to Disneyland. But I have a little Disneyland Paris spoiler for you, but I'm not going to spoil it. All I'm going to say is that at the Disneyland Hotel, if you look hard enough, you will find a very secret terrace which overlooks the entrance to the park, and regardless or not whether you are staying in the hotel, you can sit on this little balcony and overlook the entrance of Disneyland Paris. You can see the Tower of Terror, you can see Disney Studios, and it's an absolute sun trap in the middle of the day. So I will leave it to you to find out where this secret location is. But if you consider that I'm directly above the entrance, one floor up in a public area, you figure out the rest. And as you can see, the sun is setting over Disneyland Paris. We are at golden hour again, the best part of the day, because when the lights go down, the atmosphere becomes a lot more magical. So this is my favorite hour. It's my favorite hour wherever you are, but at Disneyland Paris, the transition between day and night is especially magical. As far as Disneyland Paris days go, my day has been quite jam-packed. All of the best rides. Well, for me today, I went on, of course, the Hollywood Tower of Terror, which is in Disney Studios, and the Avengers ride, which for me are the best thrill rides in the whole park. I also went on Peter Pan's Flight, which is statistically the most popular ride in Disneyland Paris. Now today, the queue time was 90 minutes, which is absolutely crazy, considering the ride probably takes 2 or 3 minutes. I mean, that's probably not a legitimate fact, but the ride is very, very short. And I think people love it because you are literally flying over London and it's quite magical. It's a really magical ride. And I think obviously it appeals to families, and it's probably the one ride that encompasses the Disneyland Paris magic. But yeah, the queue times are always crazy. I know for a fact that statistically it's the most popular ride in the whole of Disneyland Paris. So for that reason, you have to go on it. You have to kind of embrace that kind of Peter Pan magic. And the quotes from Peter Pan are next level. Tinkerbell. Tinkerbell's an icon. I mean, we can all go, oh, we love horror movies, we love the Disney villains, but Tinkerbell, yeah, top tier quotes. So Peter Pan, I grew up watching Peter Pan. Or actually, I didn't really grow up watching Peter Pan. I'm in the generation that read Peter Pan as a book, so it has a little special place in my heart. So when that kind of concept or that story gets elevated into film and to a ride, then for like oldies like me, that's like childhood personified, which of course is what Disneyland Paris is all about. So I promised you the spooky side of Disney, the dark side of Disney, if there ever was one. The most spooky ride, apparently, is Phantom Manor, which is the haunted house that is absolutely behind me. And we have been down this road a million times before. I remember when I rode this ride on Halloween and it broke down, and the ride tells you that it's down to ghouls and spirits and spooky stuff in the mechanism, which of course is part of the theatrics, but it does beg the question, is Phantom Manor haunted? Even if it's not, it's the most spooky ride at Disneyland Paris. So I promised you spooky stuff, and I finally got to the spooky side of Disneyland. And there is also a graveyard. Disneyland Paris, for people who love spooky stuff. Of course, Phantom Manor is your go-to destination. And I mean, you're not gonna be scared out of your... It's not that scary, let's be honest. That's all I needed to say. But it's kind of atmospheric, it's theatrical, it's in the realms of spooky stuff that Disney has to offer, and I can only work with the tools in which are presented to me. So spooky lovers, horror lovers, Phantom Manor is your place, I guess. This evening at Disneyland Paris is not really delivering on the spooky. When I came here on Halloween, there was a haunted graveyard that you could walk around. Now, ferme les bouches. I mean, I know that means shut your mouth, which is probably something that I should do, but there is no haunted graveyard. Also, another really weird thing is that I thought Phantom Manor was always illuminated in sort of purple and green lights. Apparently not. Apparently on a regular evening in March, it is not quite as spooky. So if you're here for the spooks, I think Halloween is your time, because regularly, not quite the same. Anyway, I try. But this is about the reality, and the reality is graveyards close. No grave digging for me. No illuminations for me. Yeah, I try. What do I say? I guess the very least I could do is ride the ride. Crazy idea, but kind of works. I'm not quite sure what on earth this video is, but it was supposed to be a trip into Disneyland. It's probably the most random thing I've ever filmed, but hopefully you're enjoying it. It's a bit mishmashy. The things I wanted to do just weren't happening. So this is exactly what I mean. It's like a comedy of errors. It's probably not even that funny, but it's just a comedy of something or other. Anyway, this has been Disneyland Paris. No graveyard. Graveyard's closed. Who the hell closes a graveyard? You're supposed to be able to turn up at any time and go grave hunting, right? Right? I know that I'm a ghost hunter. I know that graveyards are always accessible to us crazy folk. At Disneyland Paris, a door. A gated community. Maybe it's a bougie graveyard for the elite. Maybe you need a MasterCard to enter. Not unlike the rest of Disneyland. Anyway. Follow me. That sounds so beggy. Just whatever. Don't do whatever you want to do. Leave me a comment. Don't be mean. Be nice. Be lovely. Love makes the world go round. Make a wish upon a star. In the words of Tinkerbell. Pixie dust, a little bit of luck, and all that jazz. Bye. Just as you thought I was about to disappear into the abyss, it wouldn't be Disney without a trip on the Tower of Terror. I promise you spooks, I promise you the spooky side of Disney, and eventually, just as I was about to go to sleep, I delivered. I didn't deliver because you didn't come on with me, but I just went on the Tower of Terror, which I guess is probably the most scary ride in Disneyland Paris. So she delivered the spooks, finally, in the final hour, just as the park is about to close. And that is another top tip. Come on this ride just as the park is about to close, because you don't have to queue. You can ride it multiple times, ride the elevator of life through the floors. Pretty sick, right? Now this is really and truly a wrap on Disneyland Paris, the world's most random video ever. But I'm here for it. Bye.